and gentlemen, United Technologies is proud to welcome you to the living seas. In a few moments, you will be entering the Earth's greatest frontier, the oceans. Before your adventure begins, consider for a moment the accomplishments of those courageous pioneers who have come this way before. It was their insatiable curiosity and engineering skill that parted the waves for today's subsea explorers. Throughout history, we humans have faced many challenges in our quest to understand the living seas. To overcome darkness, pressure, and lack of air, we developed diving bells, aqua lungs, and submarines, tools which gave us a closer look at our underwater world. With new knowledge, we built new tools, robots, and manned submersibles. Each advance in technology brought about the opportunity to explore further and learn more, transforming vision, curiosity, and wonder into practical knowledge. This tool-building process has created a rich bounty of new ideas, from microchips to robotics, from rocket-powered spacesuits to computerized sailing ships. Virtually every aspect of our lives has been enriched by human innovation, and United Technologies is proud to play a leading role in aerospace, electronics, and in providing systems for intelligent buildings, committing the technology we've created today to the exploration of new frontiers tomorrow. So come with us now to discover the sea, a resource so precious that our own existence depends on its health and well-being. A realm shrouded in mystery, yet possessing enormous potential for humanity. And now, from around the world, the men and women of United Technologies invite you to join us as we cross the threshold into the future of the living seas.
Try to imagine, just for a moment, that somewhere in the endless reaches of the universe, on the outer edge of a galaxy of 100,000 million suns, deep within a cluster of slowly forming planets, a small sphere of just the right size lies just the right distance from its mother star, cooling in the coldness of space. Try to imagine. Now that sphere's creation continues, as countless volcanoes spew clouds of gas and steam into the sky from melted mineral formations. And then that cloud-covered planet waits. And waits. And waits. Until finally those clouds of gas and steam condense and rain upon that planet. Rain upon that planet Earth. And they rain and rain and rain. The deluge. A deluge of such magnitude that the world's greatest waterfalls, flowing together for more than 1 million years, would only just begin to approach its results. For when it finally stopped, the seas had been born. Seas that would make this planet unlike any other within the realm of our knowledge. For it was there, sheltered from cosmic radiation, that the means to support life on Earth was able to emerge. Tiny single-celled plants, phytoplankton, that capture the energy of the sun and convert it into that most basic of life-sustaining elements, oxygen, creating more than half the Earth's supply. But more than that, those same seas interact with that same solar energy and the Earth's rotation to serve as the engine that drives all the world's weather. Yet these phenomena occur in only the first few hundred feet of seas that average greater than 2 miles in depth. And it is there, in those depths, in an endless night, darker than the darkest night on land, that we are just now beginning to explore an amazing world. There, amid raging underwater storms and fiery underwater volcanoes, mountain ranges that dwarf the Himalayas and gorges 4 times deeper than the Grand Canyon, there, 2 miles deep in that darkness, an amazing world. A world where the cold sea pours deep into the mountain's warm core through immense cracks in its surface, and then rises back to the ocean floor as a superheated mineral-laden fluid, emitting what to us would be lethal concentrations of poisonous chemicals. Yet, incredibly, around these strange vents, exotic life forms flourish. Life forms that have astonished biologists by finding the means for their survival, not in photosynthesis and the sun, but in the chemicals of the Earth itself. Chemosynthesis, an ecosystem like none other on Earth, until now scientifically inconceivable, yet there, nevertheless, deep beneath the sea, waiting for our discovery. Waiting in a world where we've spent less time than on the surface of the moon. A world we've only just begun to explore, with tools we've only just begun to imagine. Tools with which we'll go where no one has gone before. Searching these seas for the knowledge they conceal and the resources they hold. For answers to our past and keys to our future. What kind of future will it be? Try to imagine, just for a moment, a future of amazing technological creativity. A future of incredible adventure and discovery. A future of remarkable awareness and understanding. Try to imagine. For we welcome you now to take the first steps into that future. We welcome you to the living seas. We welcome you to SeaBase Alpha.
SeaBase Alpha to surface control. All hydrolators pressurized. Prepare for boarding.
10-4 SeaBase. Hydrolators now boarding for departure to Visitor Center at sub-level 5. Control clear.
10-4 control. SeaBase Alpha clear.
Vehicle staging area number 1.
GBSA number 1. Go ahead, please.
Passengers from hydrolator number 2 ready for departure to SeaBase Alpha Visitor Center.
All conditions read go for departure. Contact base on 027 for arrival sequence.
Roger, GB.
Ladies and gentlemen, please choose hydrolator 1, 2, or completely, take small children by the hand and watch your step as you move, and please move all the way into the hyperlink to allow room for others.
Hydrolator number 1 descending to SeaBase Alpha. Roger, number 1. Notify when cleared of docking port. Docking port cleared. SeaBase Alpha, hydrolator on approach. Hydrolator number 1 declared for guest arrival.
CG 5I.
We need final check before dive.
And 3 currently loading passengers for descent to GVSA-1 at SeaBase Alpha.
Hydrolators now descending to SeaBase Alpha.
Please take young children by the hand and look down as you step onto the moving platform. The platform is traveling at the same speed as your vehicle.
Control, this is Banks. We have incoming CCAS, final visitor center. Roger, Banks. We have radar contact with CCAS. Advise upon arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Commander Fulton. On behalf of our crew, I'd like to give us SeaBase Alpha. This is the service of right now, on the final approach to the visitor center, your CCAS is passing the part of our beautiful coral reef community.
Commander Fulton, you have a call on line 1.
10-4. We have quite a variety of marine life living within our base of operation, which is the largest of its kind in the world. Down here we see everything from sharks to dolphins, lobsters to pufferfish. We might even spot a moor eel or two lurking beneath the coral. But not to worry, they all get along just fine, even with our divers. Anyway, we'll see you shortly. Enjoy your visit to SeaBase Alpha. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Commander Fulton of SeaBase Alpha. Now, in just a few minutes, your CCAF will be arriving at our visitor center, the final destination on your journey into the state. In the meantime, if you look out to your right, you'll see part of the coral reef community that surrounds us down here. At any given time, there can be more than 6,000 fish, crustaceans, and marine mammals living within our immediate base of operation, which, by the way, is the largest of its kind in the world.
Commander Fulton, this is Base 3. We're ready for you at diver lockout.
10-4, code 14, SeaBase 1 clear.
10-4, Base 3 clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I'll have to cut my welcome a little short, but I do hope you enjoy your visit to SeaBase Alpha.
Please gather your belongings and step out to your right. Your vehicle and the moving platform are traveling at equal speeds.
Please collect your belongings and step out to your right. The moving platform is traveling at the same speed as your vehicle.
the tank. And also to do projects, you can have a lot of fun.
to the environment. But when we are in the aquarium as well as in the natural environment, we take care not to bump into the corals, because actually coral is a live animal. It's an invertebrate, and it's very, very delicate. And so we try to maintain our buoyancy and keep our fins off the coral head so we don't ruin them. Well, why don't we let Bob out? Is it okay if we let Bob out? And show you what kind of gear he's got on. This is Bob, the other diver. Aren't you glad you let him out? I mean, you get to see this cool gear. All the gear that he's wearing is open circuit scuba. On his back, in the steel gray cylinder, all his air is in there that he was breathing. And it's the same air you and I breathe, except it's compressed to get it into that small tank. To cut down on the pressure to make it breathable, we have a regulator, which is the diver's mouthpiece. And it's all held together by a green and black vest called a buoyancy compensator device. And that allows him to stay in control of where he is in the water column, so he's not bumping into the precious corals or bolting to the surface or sinking like a stone. We're going to let Bob take his gear off if he wants to. And we're going to trade places, and I'll head out for my next dive, if that's okay with you guys. Okay, I got an okay from the crowd, so I'm ready.
She'll be able to swim up to the top, out that upper hatch, and into the main aquarium for her next stop. Now, scientific divers here at the Seas, we do perform many daily tasks. Some of these include feeding our fish and helping our aquarists do that, which we do twice a day at 10 and 3:30. We feed out about 150 pounds of food to the 62 different species of mammal and fish that we do have in the main aquarium. They're a pretty diverse group, from brown sharks, to green sea turtles, to different kinds of rays. Now, to communicate with the divers, we use some hand signals. So these signals include diver up, diver down, and okay. So if everyone wants to second train on our way for our next dive, we'll just give her the thumbs up and see you later. Now, some of the other tasks that we do perform, we also test out some new diving equipment and technology. Besides the open circuit scuba, we also use a full face mask, pure oxygen rebreather, a super light helmet, as well as underwater photography and videography equipment. Now, the best place to view the divers in the main aquarium itself is on that upper level straight down that hallway. And we'll remain here to answer questions that you have. The next dive lockout is at 12 o'clock. If you'd like to learn more about West Indian manatees, there'll be another presentation in about 10 minutes. That's upstairs and to your right. So on behalf of the crew at the SeaBase, I do thank you guys for your attention and hope you enjoy the rest of your day at Epcot.
Below a depth of 3 feet, the water pressure wouldn't let them draw enough air from the surface to expand their lungs. So, the lungs collapse.
Looks like reed diving was the last straw.
Oh, sure. People stayed up top for a while, finding their own fish.
Jason, that's who I need. A remote-controlled submersible robot built to explore the world of the deep ocean. Say, before I take the plunge, why don't you look at those TV screens and I'll tell you more about me. Shiver me diodes. Scientists have been studying the ocean floor from inside deep-sea submersibles. Like I would. You can see they're pretty cramped, and they don't offer much of a view. And since the ocean covers more than 2/3 of the planet, it's no wonder humans have only seen small areas of the seafloor so far. Well, in order to learn more and more, scientists are now turning to robots like me for help. I'll show you what I can do. You see, I'll be operated from a ship on the surface by a scientist in a specially equipped video control room. No video games? Why, with a flip of the switch from him, and it's lights, camera, action! And when I get down to business, I'll get down to 20,000 feet. Well, that means if the water was to get a few degrees colder, there's any fish in the area would be frozen. And because the weight of the water is so great, it could squeeze the largest fish in the size of a sardine. But that's okay. I'm built to work under pressure. Ardy, Oh, and unlike the scientists in those submersibles that have to come up all the time for supplies and oxygen, I can stay down for weeks on end. What's to do down there for that long? My built-in TV cameras will help scientists study deep water life forms, as well as let them get a look at strange and remote sea creatures. While I keep a safe distance, my cameras will zoom in for the closest look yet at volcanic vents, where the water is hot enough to melt land. Oh, scientists will also use my hands to pick up information about seafloor minerals. Make sure to wash after. Now, aside from charting natural history, I'll explore human history. Because the deep ocean is very cold, it saves all kinds of sunken vessels, mateys. And only a few have been explored so far. But by using me colors, I'll be going for an inside look at ships that dive even deeper. Now, I'm not going to do all of this just so one or two scientists can watch it on some TV screen. No, people the world over will share in what I'm doing, because my telecast will be shown live via satellite to research stations all over the world, as well as here at Epcot Center. Needless to say, the future looks great for robots like me, and I, for one, can't wait to dive into my work. Who knows? The depths may hold many wonders yet to be discovered. Why, I might be the one to show the world something very unusual. Thanks for stopping by. See you again, mateys. Shiver me diodes. Just a 220.
By the wind across thousands of miles of open ocean. Then, when they reach the shore, boom! Surf's up!
What about the big ones? You know, the tidal waves.
A sudden shift in the seafloor, like an earthquake, sends a powerful underwater wave across the ocean at about 450 miles per hour. When it nears the shallow water, with all that energy, it has nowhere to go.
Of United Technologies, we'd like to thank you for visiting SeaBase Alpha. As you can tell, there's a real spirit of adventure down here. With the help of modern technology, we feel there's really no limit to what can be accomplished. Thanks for coming down. United Technologies looks forward to seeing